Hello everyone and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 1 vs 1 replay from MLG Raleigh 2011. This is going to be some championship losers bracket round 6 action in between spawning in at the 6 o'clock position. The red Zerg player Slush from Team Rain. His opponent spawning in at the 12 o'clock position. The blue Protoss player Hero from Team Liquid. Now it does say 2-0 up there, which means that there have been some games already happened. So if you missed those games, games 1 and 2, definitely go check those out. Those are from pool play. Hero defeated Slush in pool play 2-0 and was placed into losers bracket round 4, I think, and then he won a couple games, a couple series, and now he faces Slush in losers bracket round 6 of the championship bracket. So it's extended series, so whatever matchup happened before in the tournament, the results carry over and the series turns into a best of 7. So that's what's going on here. This is essentially a pretty long break from their initial 2 games, which they played in pool play, which was on Saturday. This is on Sunday, so this is a day separate from the previous 2 games. This is essentially game number 1 and game number 3, alright? So stop asking me about it. Either way, it's going to be a best of 7, so that means Hero has to win 2 games to move on to the next round, and Slush must win 4 before that happens. So that's what's going on here. This is going to be a PvZ on the map of MLG Shattered Temple. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. I mean, a lot of Zergs don't like this map. It's a typical downvote map for the Zerg player because they feel like it's too easy for Protoss players to get an easy, fast third and to hold on to it. I mean, Zerg players do not like when their opponents have a free, fast third. They want to be able to harass it. They want to be able to keep it from going down. They want to be able to delay it. So a lot of Zerg players don't like this map because of that. Now, starting things off, it looks like Zerg player Slush is getting a spawning pool and a gas. Pretty standard play. Usually get that gas. I mean, Slush usually does this a lot. We saw him do this actually in every single game so far. Not a big proponent of that gasless play. A lot of Zerg players like to do. They get that 15 hatch or a relatively early gas, get a relatively early pool, like a 12 or 13 pool, but they don't get that gas, and they just rely on slowlings. They rely on slowlings for defense, they rely on spine crawlers and queens, and just use all their minerals on drones and delay that gas a lot. Don't get that metabolic boost speed upgrade for a while, but Slush, pretty advocate about getting that gas, getting that 100 gas for that metabolic boost speed upgrade for those early speedlings. Either way, Slush going to be warding away this probe from Hero with his 4 Zerglings and probably going to try to put down a hatchery at the same time. Probe going to be evacuating. Let's see if he tries to put down a pylon. No, he's not. Slush able to get that hatchery down, and Hero should be fleeing out of there. We'll have to see if that probe is able to return home safely. At the same time, Hero has a stalker on the way. Does he have a zealot on the field? No, did he skip the zealot? That's really weird. So skipping the zealot in favor of his gas, I guess, and getting the stalker first. And going to be getting a sentry soon after, so Hero saving up some money there for that gas, which means he's going to have a lot of gas early on. That makes me think it's going to be some sort of tech build, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, Hero with the stalker going to be taking down a scouting Zergling. Slush going to be evacuating from that watchtower, does not want to be killed by that stalker that already has 1 kill. Going to wrap around and try to get some scouting information done, I would imagine, but Hero being really proactive with this initial stalker. Gonna find this overlord and may actually take this overlord out. A little bit of a good situation here for Hero. Taking down a free overlord, always a good thing to do. Pretty cool play here, and Hero at the same time has a sentry at the top of his ramp to prevent any Zerglings from getting by to get some scouting information done. So the stalker is able to take out that overlord, has 2 kills to his name now. Pretty cool play here by Hero. We'll have to see if he ends up going to try to find this overlord as well. It's actually a pretty cool build. Just opening up with that stalker and then just scouting around with it, just trying to find stray overlords. I like it, I like it. At the same time, Hero putting a pylon at the bottom of his ramp. Only has 2 sentries here, and also putting down his natural expansion nexus right away. Gas is getting up there, so yeah, putting down a Stargate. So Hero going for a 1-gate fast expansion going into a really quick Stargate, and honestly, this is like really weak against some sort of Ling Roach all-in. You have to be really good with your Sentry Micro, but it doesn't look like that's what Slush is doing. Has a few Lings on the way. Speed is almost done. That shouldn't be enough to prevent this Nexus from going down. I feel like Hero has enough to defend against this Zergling aggression, but we'll have to see. Slush with quite a few Zerglings here. His Micro is pretty darn good as well. Going to be coming forward here. Hero, it looks like he's ready. Has his eyes on his army. Putting down 1 force field, putting down a second, preventing these Zerglings from getting by. So really nice force fields there from Liquid Hero. Also adding in another pylon to complete this wall off. A lot of players will also wall off in this direction. I guess Hero not wanting to do that. Gonna wall off in this direction because I guess he doesn't have as many units as he would like to actually defend in this fashion along this gap. Either way, Slush poking around trying to see what he can figure out. Nexus is going to complete. Roach Warren on the way for Slush at the same time. A Void Ray is out on the way. Void Ray is on the way as well. 41 out of 60 there, rallying it to the back. Probably going to try to take out this Overlord. And here's where things get interesting. Here is where things get interesting. Void Ray is out, and he's going to kill this Overlord, so Slush is going to know that the Void Rays are coming. So Hero not really caring about his opponent seeing his Void Ray. I mean, a lot of times Protoss players will hide that for a little bit and then try to hit the Zerg player really hard, but Hero not caring at all. So that makes me think he wants his opponent to react to it, and that's exactly what Slush is going to do. He's putting a Hydralisk Den down. That is about 70% of the way done, so not a bad decision when going up against Stargate play. But on the other side of things, here's what you have to consider. You have to be like, okay, here's showing his Void Ray, so he wants him to go Hydra. So did he just put down the Void Ray so that his opponent would go Hydralisk so that he can just tech directly into Colossi and go for some sort of 2-base push? A lot of things to be considered. So we'll have to see how this game continues along. A lot of mind games going on in StarCraft 2. Either way, both gases are down for Slush in his natural and his main, of course, for those Hydras. But that's a lot of gas, so maybe Infestors or Mutas coming up. But once again, oh, there's a Spire. So is he going to scout this? Hero coming forward with this Void Ray. Could in fact scout this guy. No, just going to be backing away. But let's talk about this a little bit more. Hydras are out for Slush, and this is quite interesting. Hero making a lot of Phoenix out of this Stargate. I'm trying to think here. Okay, so Hero, when Void Ray, wanted his opponent to go Hydralisk, but at the same time, Slush could probably be thinking, okay, he showed his Void Ray really early, so he wants me to go Hydra. So he's probably going to quick Colossi, so he's probably like, okay, I'm going to go fast Muta. But Hero's like, okay, I think that Slush thinks that I went for Void Rays so that he would go Hydras, so that he would go Spire for the Mutalisks, so that because he thought that I was going Colossi. So I'm going to hide a bunch of Phoenix and take his Spire units off guard. I don't know. StarCraft 2, very complex game. A lot of mind games could be going on here. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but either way. Fact of the matter is Slush has 6 Hydras out on the field here, and Hero's hiding a lot of Phoenix. So he's going to try to swoop in, do a lot of damage, hope that Slush is unprepared, maybe wanted him to go Spire. As silly as it sounds, it could be a reality. Who knows? But either way, Spire is done. Phoenix not showing themselves just yet. And when will the Mutas production start? Phoenix showing themselves, and immediately 7 Mutas made, and that could be a pretty bad mistake here for Slush. And look at this, here we're just going to pick up some Hydras here, and yes, Phoenix are pretty darn good against Hydras, guys. You can pick them up, and you can shoot them down pretty fast. 10 damage versus light, and Hydras are a light unit. Either way, Phoenix coming here from Hero, going to be taking out some Overlords, picking up a Queen, going to take that out. 7 Mutalisks on the way, along with 1 Corruptor from Slush, and Mutas aren't good against Phoenix either. Again, they're a light unit. Phoenix are faster, more mobile. They can shoot while they move, so these units are going to die incredibly fast. Hero taking control of this game, picking up another Hydralisk, taking out some Overlords at the same time. A lot of Hydralisks on the field, though, for Slush, bringing 4 up from the natural, and Hero going to cancel that Graviton Beam and going to be backing away. You does see some Overlords here, so I may try to pick those off, but Phoenix trying to do a lot of damage here to the army of Slush, and Hero finds himself ahead 95 to 86 at the same time, taking a Nexus behind this, and also has 3 additional gateways on the way, and a Phoenix and a Twilight Council. So this will probably be Blink. I feel like Hero has done enough damage here where he's like, okay, I've done a lot of freaking damage. I have a timing here. I have a window where I can just kill my opponent. Hero definitely ahead 101 to 85 supply, killing a lot of drones here. Workers killed shows 14 for Hero. There is a Spore Crawler here, so Hero will get out of there. And what does Slush do from here? What does Slush do from here? Still making a lot of Hydralisks, and there we go. Infestation Pit on the way for Slush. Not a bad decision at all. But at this point, Hero has done so much damage, it may not even matter. We'll see, though. Infestors, a very cost-efficient unit if you use it correctly. A couple Fungus on these Phoenix will kill them all. Actually, I think it's like 4 or 5. But even so, you can hold them in position while your Hydralisks start going to work on them. So, Slush going to try to get some Infestors out. And Hero forming a little wall off over here, and that's what I said about this third. Pretty easy for a Protoss to take. Hero going to transfer immediately over there. Behind 63 to 57 Harvesters, but has about the same economy, I would imagine. Actually, Slush is quite far ahead in that economy, 2,000 to 1,000. But Hero's starting to pick up some more Hydra. It's going to be backing away. And it should equalize once this starts getting saturated. Yeah, Hero going to be approaching 2,000. Slush has the gold, and that's the difference here. So Hero up 124 to 94 supply. Has been killing a lot of his opponent's army while amassing his army back home. Has a lot of sentries, stalkers, and zealots back at his natural expansion. Has not yet used them yet. Blink has been completed. 4th going down for Slush. And I would not be surprised to see Hero push out pretty soon. He has a nice timing. +2 ground weapons on the way, along with +1 ground armor. Could potentially wait for those before moving out. Corona boosting those as fast as he can. Also putting cannon in his mineral line, of course, you know, as a safeguard against those mutilas. At the same time, Phoenix coming forward, going to be picking up a queen here. Slush caught a little bit out of position, though, with his Hydra's going to be retreating up into the main with those. And Hero going to be harassing some more before finally backing away, I would imagine. And yes, he will be backing away. Does not want anything to do with those Hydras, at least as of right now. I do not know what that was. We're just ignore that, though. I don't even know if y'all heard that. So either way, Hero coming forward with a lot of stalkers here. Gonna be taking out some drones, focusing down this hatchery as well. He does have Blink, keep that in mind, and plenty of force fields available on these sentries. And Slush doesn't really have a response to this. Has a lot of lings, but not enough. Has about 15 lings on the field. Has 5 infestors, and going to be throwing down some fungal goes onto these Phoenix. With the Phoenix, looks like they will get away. So Hero with some multi-pronged harassment here, multi-pronged attacks, attacking along the right side with his main army of sentries, stalkers, and zealots, and harassing in the natural expansion mineral line with his Phoenixes. So Hero going to be approaching the natural third of Slush, the gold base. But Infestor's coming forward here, doesn't want to get caught off guard. And Fungal goes going down onto the sentries. If he can land some more, that would be huge. But Hero going to be backing away, isolating some Hydrals and Infestors there. And more Fungals going down from Slush, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Hero just has so many units here, up 148 to 85 supply. And Slush is definitely hurting. Stalker's taking some pot shots on this hatchery. Phoenix should be returning to the battle pretty soon here, I would imagine. Keep in mind, Hero has a lot of stuff back home. 2 High Templar, lots of Zealots going to work on those rocks. And Slush is in trouble, down 164 to 95 supply, down 2-0 in this best of 7. Another Fungal goes going down onto the Phoenix, but still able to pick up those Hydras and do a lot of damage there. Stalker's blinking forward into the main, into the gold, I should say, and not even caring. More force fields going down, and there's the GG from Rain Slush. So Hero takes game number 3 quite convincingly. Completely outplayed Slush. That entire game was one step ahead of him the whole way, at least from my point of view. Either way, Hero goes up 3-0, which means he only needs to win one more game to advance to championship. Losers bracket round 7. Stay tuned to MLG.tv for more replays from MLG Anaheim 2011. Not Anaheim. Why do I keep saying Anaheim? MLG Raleigh 2011. And I'll see you guys in game 4.